Welcome back to another week of Net Talk. I'm Alex.
I'm Mitch.
We're coming to you right after you've just watched Taylor Swift on the Kelsey podcast.
I was like, where are you going with this?
You're tuning in to them, listening about the comparisons between. Oh, I was listening to it.
You would.
They were doing comparisons about the recovery of being an NFL athlete, and Taylor Swift on the Eras Tour was very similar.
That's wild.
Yeah, it is wild, and it'll be good. So maybe you tune into that.
Are you saying
for the
we need
beginning
to-
of your drive?
Oh,
No, so everyone's driving in Dandenong right now, and they've just
yeah.
tuned into that. Although that was like a 2-hour episode, so maybe
no, not many people
drive that far to Dandenong.
I can think of
Phantoms will be for the
Phantoms.
finals, and then they've tuned into us right to get in your insight.
Yeah, right before the game, and then hopefully they'll be at the stadium by the time we talk about them, so they won't.
Yeah, they've got an afternoon game on the men's side, but we're taking you through the last round of VVL today and a bit of a finals preview for VVL.
Yeah,
because
it's gone fast.
Yeah,
it's almost
the
over.
year has gone fast. How has your week been?
Busy, but good.
Busy.
Bit good. My sleigh is. I dropped a song last Friday.
Oh,
Yeah, it's been a while since I've released public music, to be honest. So I'm getting used to that, and then having to promote it and do all the metadata and all these annoying things that people probably don't understand, but that's okay. My shame.
You've got to start dropping Easter eggs for your songs. Like Orange Doors 10 years ago was foreshadowing Taylor Swift's new album.
Okay, I'll think about it. That's going to use a lot of brain power. I don't know if I have the capacity for that. See, it's funny. People were like, how do you come up with the names? And I was just like, usually I don't actually come up with the names. Or ChatGPT's been really good for that, to be honest. So I can't even think of Easter eggs because I don't know what the things are going to be called before.
It was actually crazy thinking, because I'm not a Swiftie. If anyone's listening is a Swiftie, but it was crazy listening to, she actually spoke about numerology and her like craziness about numbers and reading into all of that and knowing that Travis Kelce's number is 87 and her number is 13 and it equals 100 and all this other stuff. And so she was foreshadowing it. And I was like, how do you even think about that? Like,
yeah. Some and I have worked with people like composers and musicians that are like that, and I don't understand it. Maybe I'm a fraud, but I'm just writing the stuff that sounds cool, and that's it. I don't really have a shame. Maybe my shame can be. Oh, I just found some. I was like, what am I playing
what
with in my
rotation did
pocket?
you write? Didn't get to set 4 and 5.
Didn't get to set 4 or 5.
That's why
That's my shame.
Yeah,
is we lost in 3 on the weekend.
That is literally what I think when I find a rotation slip in my pocket. I go, was it good? Did we finish early or was it bad? Don't remember.
Yeah. No. What was your slang shame?
Speaking of a Swiftie, she's not really a Swiftie. She'll hate that
is
as well.
she? Yeah.
My partner just graduated, Laura.
Nice.
Loved the graduation ceremony. I love sitting for 2.5 hours. To listen to actually a couple names because a couple of our friends graduated as well. You go, oh, I didn't realize I was graduating today. I didn't see them.
Lucky I'm here.
I'm here. To hear one name, a couple speeches.
Good, lot of support.
Oh my goodness. Might have made me grateful for spending time at Dandenong, spending time in the Royal Exhibition
I can't believe
building.
you're comparing those two.
Oh, they're pretty similar.
Yeah, okay, fair enough.
Yeah. And the shame can be that I cut it a little late to get to the graduation.
Oh, really? How like...
Well, I was working.
Yeah, but like how close are we talking? Like, did you arrive and her name is getting called?
No, I met her out the front.
Right.
But Laura was like calling me being like,
Where are you?
I've got to go in. And I was like, I thought you said it started at 5. And it's like, yeah, so I've got to go in at 4:40. And I was like, well, I'm on the way. She's like, I told you to get here at 4:15. I was like,
What time was it? 4:30?
Yeah. It was actually it was 4:31 when I was jogging from the tram, pulling my calf muscle before the finals.
No.
I had to stop and get flowers, all the.
Yeah,
that was worth it, right? That makes it worth it.
Alex, that's bare minimum stuff, I hate to tell you.
Yeah, it probably is. And now I'm out for the finals because tore my calf on that run. Not really. But we'll talk about the finals, the injury bug that's biting some teams, maybe.
You mean our team?
Yeah.
Specifically.
There's a few that'll be juggling it, but how's the most?
Yeah, that's all right.
Take you around the country?
There's not a lot going on other than everyone's in their final period. I think Adelaide just wrapped up their finals on the weekend. I am loosely following it.
Yeah.
WA are about to enter it. I haven't seen much out of Queensland or New South Wales, but I'm assuming they're probably entering their phase shortly.
And then they'll have that sort of period before AVL kicks off.
Well, some states, like we will have, I think, 3 weeks before the first round. SA, if they did finish on the weekend, they've got like 5 weeks or 6 weeks even. I think some, like last year we had a week turnaround. So I think some states may be a little bit closer than what we are.
In Canberra, there is our national women's team or program, not necessarily like the national team, probably the Canberra-based athletes.
Yeah.
It did look like a relatively strong team though, maybe stronger than we've taken internationally because the cost is lower and
it's at home and things.
Yeah.
And I think I've seen most of the faces from the teams that have travelled to like ABC and all these things.
Yeah, over the last year, the women's program's been doing a lot of travelling, but they get to stay home and they are doing a series and training camp with the New Zealand women's team. Saw some clips and stuff and a bit of a game, and it was really good. I think they
won.
Are currently
2-1
or 2-0 up.
I think.
I don't think they'd lost yet, but they went to 5 sets.
Yeah.
Maybe they're 2-0 up at the moment. And all those games are being live streamed, so you can just catch them. Hopefully, you'll have time to catch some of those or watch them on review.
They're just on Oz Volley, I think.
Yeah, just on YouTube.
Yeah, I've seen them floating
around. Or
around.
the Facebook as well, on the Facebook.
Can we stop that? No one watches.
On Facebook?
No, come on.
Yeah.
Like, figure it out. I'm sorry. I'm just... Like,
I think it was a backup.
Watching anything on Facebook is the most pixelated crap that I just don't like. Can we, like, YouTube's designed for it. Can we put it over there, please? Just post the link on Facebook. We don't need to stream to Facebook, guys.
Don't need to stream to
Facebook. It's bad. It's just bad.
All right. Well, streaming to volleyball, VBTV
is good.
Yeah. And for those of you that have a little interest in the beach volleyball, because there's not much going on in the indoor space at the moment, and by not much we mean none. In this little interim before World Champs.
Very, very small gap.
Beach volleyball Australian teams are tearing up the world. Just had an event in Austria.
Love that you say that, and then underneath that is a lot of fifths.
Yeah, actually true. But
which one is it?
Fifth is a really good result.
Fifth is really good.
At these Beach Pro Tour events. So they just had one in Austria. Mark and Isaac came 5th. Taliqua and Jana Milutinovic came 5th as well. I think Georgia Johnson and Alchin came 5th as well.
Yeah, you know,
and then this actually what then hurts is like how a beach volleyball tournament works. The drop off just gets steeper and steeper because you don't do like consolation brackets. So I'm pretty sure someone else came 9th, someone else came 25th, and then like a bunch of teams came like 47th, which is like
that's rough.
Qualified for the event and then lost, or maybe didn't even qualify for the event, but in the pre-tournament. I'm trying to think about how that Beach Pro Tour works. But
so you're telling me that they would take like 48?
No,
teams?
it might have been the pre-tournament. It was just I didn't actually look at it beyond the placings.
I mean that's fine.
Yeah, but there was a lot of 41sts. So maybe I think that is still qualifying.
I feel like I have seen events with 52 teams before, but they're like massive. I suppose these are massive events. So.
Yeah, that's the Beach Pro Tour. And then there's one happening at the moment, which you should hopefully catch if teams are going well in Canada at the moment. I think we've only got 4 or 5 teams playing in that. Because it's a pretty quick turnaround from a tournament like
and
a week ago in Austria and then
I
this
suppose
week in Canada.
That's the beach life though, isn't it?
Yeah, and then you do get a bit more of a... Actually, I was going to say you get a bit of a break during an off-season.
But you don't.
But all the Australian athletes come back and then do the Australian National Tour.
This is at home though, so maybe it's a bit less.
But they're all prepping for the big event that will be in Adelaide that I think we've slowly previewed here and there, saying if you can get to Adelaide in September, go to the Beach World Championships. It's the major beach volleyball event of the year. It's like the big capstone.
Can we shade the big promo of the box of mysterious that end up just being volleyballs? Like what was that?
I'm shading it because I've got to get ready to shade. If anyone's been seeing on the Instagram, they're doing big preview.
That. Yeah.
Kerry Potterhurst, old national beach volleyball player, Olympian, commentator for a lot of the events, was doing a lot of chit chat, interviewing, whatever. They had this big surprise
massive
box, a big wooden crate in the center of Adelaide, previewing what's it going to be. I thought they were previewing someone to pop out of it.
Because they said on the thing, they were like, oh, who's in the box? And like what or who? And I was like, oh, okay, that's interesting.
Yeah, I was like, oh, it's going to be like a major commentator or someone announced to be a partner of the event. Yeah, it was just a box of volleyballs.
It would have been better if like Kerry came out of the box. Like that would have been good.
Yeah.
Like
I guess you need someone to preview it though.
Get someone else. Get someone that like we don't know. Preview it. And then Kerry comes out of the box. Like,
and then
I don't know.
And then let the person that comes out of the box be the person that's commentated every single beach volleyball event for the last 2 years. And so that's like the surprise.
Not a surprise. Yeah.
It's not a bad deal. If you were in Adelaide, you would have got a free $120 volleyball. You know,
True.
They were handing them out.
Those aren't cheap.
Yeah.
And they were signed, correct?
I think they were signed. I'm trying to think about what athletes were actually there. I'm trying to think about who was signing them.
I think we saw them on there. Yeah.
I was trying to think about who else was there, but I think all the actual current players are overseas. And then the last league to try and touch on, because we're just complimenting the American Pro Volley Federation has had a rebrand.
PVF, yeah. Well, there's a bit context. So PVF was running. They've been running for 2 years now, I think. Yeah. And then one of the major teams was kind of like unhappy, even though they had by far the biggest fan base of these things. Omaha Supernovas, is that correct?
I think so. They are a pretty big one. I've been seeing there.
I think it was
free
them.
Agency.
And then they sort of were like, we're making our own thing next year, Major League Volleyball. And then I think they thought they had like all this power and authority. But you look at the comments on that post, which is now deleted, but I have screenshots, as I'm sure lots of people do. And the fans just tearing it apart. Yeah. Like everyone's saying the same question. Like, what are you doing? Like, why are you the biggest team in a brand new league that's been off the ground for a year?
Yeah, in what was already a contentious landscape because there was already love.
And then Athletes Unlimited, which is another one. So everyone was just like, what are you doing? And then obviously the fan backlash has made some cooler heads sort of come to the table. And so now they've rebranded PVF as Major League Volleyball. The only change, I think, logistically, is they're adding a team or two.
Yeah, there's a couple in Dallas. One this year in Dallas, and then they've got a 3-year plan for a new team in 27 and 28.
So it seems like it's all worked out well in the end, because I think a lot of people will be like, "What are you going to do when there's 4 leagues all sharing for the same pool of athletes and all these kind of things?" But so now it's Major League Volleyball instead of PVF, and I like it. I think it's good.
Yeah, I think it's fine. It mimics the naming scheme of every other American sport.
And you're probably going to piggyback off that purely because it's the name.
Yeah, that now they might just get the lead of the front runner because what's love mean? But Major League Volleyball is just the equivalent of Major League Baseball. You know, you get to be that main one, and we're complimenting them because their socials has been really good.
Yeah.
Because now I finally I don't know, other sports I get onto like websites and separate websites to track, or even Twitter, you have accounts that post trades and free agency. But now the official account is clearly, they've got to get it off the ground.
Yeah.
And they're posting their own free agency period and all that. And it's every club has started to pick up their own thing because the Orlando team actually was tweeting, was putting on Instagram all their free agency signings and where they're from and from other clubs. So it's making it a lot more of a real professional
sport.
league.
And that's like one of the things volleyball really lacks well, certainly in Australia. But I think...
even Poland and Italy.
There is transfers, but clubs, like they post who they get in, but the league itself doesn't really get involved. And like, I don't know, the way...
Maybe it's also posted in Italian, but like... It's the way people track it is on Volleybox.
Yeah,
but then it's also, you don't know what's actually been vetted.
At least there's rumors and confirmed. But I think the way that America other sports, like the NBA deals with transfers, trades and free agency and all these things, it's like way more entertaining.
And drafting.
Like it's way more fan engagement than the way that volleyball deals with it, where it's just like, you could be a regular fan watching on VVTV and following a couple of social media accounts and you would have no idea that players are getting transferred and things like that. Whereas like the NBA, you would. Like
Yeah.
you would know, like,
Yeah.
or you would be sort of expected to.
And it's good for everyone. It's good for the league. It starts being better and better for the athletes when you see
Because you invest in
Merritt
them.
Beeson be traded
Yeah.
or she's now at a new team, I think. And it's like
Yeah, she
you now just get to recognize names more and more from because people track like NCAA or Big Ten. You track that and now you want to know where they go. And previously the American collegiate women didn't necessarily go
Didn't have
that far, but now they go.
Now they can
to
stay
their
professional
professional
at home. Yeah, it gives you a really good reason to track athletes and teams. Like that's, I think one of the biggest things volleyball doesn't have at the moment is, well, it's getting there. It really is getting there. But like that was what fantasy was really good for, and that's what fantasy for NBA is really good for. Like now we can slowly start seeing that for Major League Volleyball, and then the other league, Love Volleyball, or League One. That's probably what that one lacks because it is so unified and it is all like the quality is quite good and the marketing and all this. It looks very
Polished
and good and professional, but it does look very samey. And yeah, I don't know. Be interesting to see now that there's not like now that Major League Volleyball and PBF are the same thing, and there's only the two major leagues in terms of that and League One. I wonder how it looks over the next few years. Like I feel like Major League Volleyball are doing the right things. And I wonder if...
And they're the one that already has a partnership with ESPN, correct?
I actually think it's the other way around.
It's League One,
I
that's it?
think because I could watch PVF on YouTube and VBTV, but I couldn't watch... Oh, is that the other way around?
I don't know. We'll figure it out because the season's not happening.
We'll figure it out. Yeah. Anyway, we thought that was really cool.
Yeah, be excited to tune into it more.
But... Oh, wait, one more thing before we get started. Around the country, OPI.
Oh, true. Needed to preview that within the country.
OPI, for those who don't know, is a tournament in Adelaide. It's a draft league, the only Australian draft league. So, yeah, we're just putting the word out that the expressions of interest for players is open. I'll put a link in the description. I was convinced to put my name in. I haven't played that much this year. This is probably not a good pitch for myself.
Anyone doing a scouting report from any of
me.
those four teams, I would recommend that you don't pick Mitch.
Don't pick me. I'm very out of whack. I'm very good at the moment. My number one rep is grounded spiking at the Prem 1 and
Off
2
a
teams.
box or just...
No, not even. I've just been on the ground hitting balls all year for coaching. And that's... Oh, I've been bombing some float serves.
Yeah.
Probably do that.
Yeah.
That's about it.
That is about it. Yeah, Gus told us at our training, he said, I can hit a ball better than any of you on a box. We got to work on our defense and he's got us covered. And I was like, probably true.
Gus is...
it's a coaching skill.
He, honestly it is. And Gus is very good at hitting on a box, I'll tell you that.
Maybe he'll put his name in for OPI, but...
I don't think we can get boxes.
It is technically open to interstate travellers if you're willing to travel to Adelaide. It is probably a little difficult, but I believe you can still put in availability for a couple weeks rather than all of them. And they merge player availabilities.
They're pretty flexible with it. You just got to let them know.
I think you'd want to be available for the whole thing. In terms of ease of being drafted.
Yeah, and I don't know if they're doing a tournament style or if they're doing it over a few weeks. I think that was still undecided yet.
Yeah. But follow their Instagram page as well and their broadcasts.
It'll all be linked in the description.
Yeah.
To Victorian State League.
To round 18.
Yeah.
The big combination of every team's season. A round that did not matter for anyone. Actually, it mattered for a couple teams, but after it mattered for one team for 1 hour. We'll start on the men's side because
I don't know idea where you're going.
The game at 12:30 was the only game that mattered this weekend.
12:30. Oh, the Eastside Hawks.
Eastside Hawks played Mazenod.
Yeah.
If they dropped a set or dropped 2 sets, there was a chance they could be knocked out of the 6th.
Yeah.
I got there for this game to watch it. There was no struggle.
Yeah.
They won 3-0. Eastside looked really good. They hold on to 6th place, as Eastside has done for years and years.
Legitimately years and years.
Yeah.
I do remember this actually because I was talking to one of the Cobras guys and then they said they'd watched the 12:30 game.
Yeah.
And once they knew that result, they were just like, oh, well, we'll just...
Didn't really matter.
Yeah.
But Eastside, a team known for going to 5 sets in the last round, proved that they can win 3-0. Masnod is still sort of, they finished this season missing a fair few guys. Sitting on the bench talking to some of the Masnod crowd, like their team will regroup in the off season and be back strong next year.
Yeah.
Hopefully, just like it's just how it happens
Just
some
how it
years
is.
when you have a particularly young team. Players rotate; they have other commitments or a Europe holiday.
And they're traditionally a team that has a lot of players in college as well.
Yeah.
And then there's you guys.
Then there was us. The next game, Latrobe versus Renegades. This one, yeah, not much up for grabs other than the Latrobe guys proving themselves and us finding our feet, showing that we're all right. We've got a bit of
Well, last time you
practice.
guys played, it went to 5, so it was good to know that we cleaned it up since then.
There was a few absences,
Okay.
in that last game, but I just had to put some players on this Latrobe team in their place because they were playing uni games with me.
You just had to make sure, like,
I had to make them know. I had to say, you guys got some work to. Your season's not done. You've still got 6 more weeks of training, and then we got uni games.
the real season begins.
Yeah, one of their middles did absolutely roof me in that first or
deserved
second set. He hasn't posted the clip yet because I haven't sent it to him.
You're just holding on to it.
Yeah. Well, I said I haven't got the video yet, but when I get the video, maybe I'll send it.
Was
through.
it big?
I don't really remember it. I think it was
Sure you
relatively
do.
big, but I told him when he requested that video, I said, I'll send the video from 10 points later where I standing rolled it at 1 kilometre an hour off his hands and out the court. So that can also get the shout out.
How about you send me both the clips and I'll put them up?
No, we won't get them
Side
in
by
time.
side.
So that's right. You guys just imagine
You getting
probably
roofed.
my fastest arm swing going 1K an hour into the block.
Yeah.
Pretty slow.
What's the age old Alex by? Your float serve is faster than your topspin serve.
Yeah, it's good, mate. It's got good float on it.
Next one, Heidelberg and Monash. This was Monash's chance to feel out whether they could take Heidelberg at their peak, I guess, and I guess they were proved they can't.
I watched a lot of this game from the side of the court looking over the benches at Dandenong because it was going at the same time.
Yeah.
And it was 3-1.
Monash took a set, which is credible enough. Nah?
You see me shaking my head on the video. I'm saying this was a 3-0 win.
Oh, really?
That
Did
one
Heidelberg
set, I'm sorry. Like, yeah, Heidelberg was just taking it a bit. They were just doing like their thing where they're finding their whatever. And Monash, yes, won that set, but like they were still doing a lot. Like they just didn't. It was 25-20. They had to go in their favour. Heidelberg missed a lot of their serves in that set, but then set 4 was 25-9. That is what I'm saying is that like they won the third set because I think Heidelberg was like, yeah, we can win this third set or we go to a fourth. Like
And whatever.
let's just keep swinging whatever, doing our one foot whatever. Just whatever. And it was working because the first 2 sets looking over, so I am only seeing snippets. But every snippet I watched, Heidelberg looked just phenomenal. Like
Yeah, okay.
Monash was running a lot. They have a really strong team again, prepped for finals, and their first 6 was really strong, and it just wasn't really
Enough.
getting past Heidelberg blocks, beating Heidelberg defense, and Heidelberg is just that team that can force you to make a lot of errors. So this is their first preview. They get to play each other again in the first round of finals in another game that also doesn't matter because if you lose,
You
it
get
doesn't really matter.
chance.
Second chance. So there's a real possibility that these teams play each other 3 times in 5 weeks.
And if Monash go back to the final, it'd be a lot.
Yeah, like these matches are only going to get more and more competitive. I'm sure Monash was fine just to feel it out and see what they could work. They started to run some different rotations in the 3rd and 4th, but I think they'll come back to what they did in the 1st and 2nd in terms of their rotation because you just want your best 6 on if everyone's playing well, and then you're probably feeling out. Maybe that 3rd set, I'll give them a bit more credit. You're feeling out what to change.
And how
if
it
your
affects.
first 6 aren't winning.
Because it's definitely like, and we have found this when we have played Heidelberg over the years, is when you catch them in a slight lull and you happen to like not follow them, like you happen to like stay really strong while they're
Which
in
they
a
did
slight
in that
lull,
3rd set,
you
yeah.
can steal a set or 2 sets. Like that's how we took them to 5 in that final, I think, like watching that footage back is they hit a bit of a lull. We were playing really, really, really well and managed to.
Because that's maybe you can beat them. Like it's just about having depth.
And opportunity as well.
Yeah.
You have to take it. Like you'll get them.
You have to be sustaining that top form, which
is hard.
I think the Monash team can do when they show up for finals. I assume you're battling a little bit in your mental, like in a third and fourth set of the last round of the year. Doesn't matter. You can't fall to third.
Yeah.
So, like
it's easy to
it's hard
switch
to
off.
switch it.
It's easy to switch off in that.
But I know these players are all really competitive, so this will be the two teams to watch across this final season.
Also, converse to that before we move on. If Heidelberg decide they're going to play for 3 sets, there's not a whole lot you can do about it. Like it's just tough to weather that storm. But moving on to the last game of the day, Cobras and VFARM. Again, annoyingly, this game didn't quite mean anything just because of the nature of these two teams. So I believe Cobras pretty much played their juniors the whole time, just get them the reps, which is what you sort of do when you know you can't make finals. It's like, all right, let's prepare for next season, get our young boys some game time. VFARM won this in 5 though. I wasn't sure what they did. I think they have quite a thin roster at the moment, but they won in overtime 18-16.
18-16 in a fifth. I think evident
reverse
in sort of
sweep
the
as
teams.
well.
It was a reverse sweep where Cobras were very strong in those first 2 sets, winning 25-17, 25-13, and then probably seeing, I don't know, I heard like the inexperience, the sways of the game, and it's probably a good skill to learn. It swung the other way, 25-21, 25-11, and then it'll be like switching on, hey guys, it's a 5th set, you're still playing for pride and to get better at the sport.
Yeah.
And then to lose 18-16 would hurt.
Bit stingy.
But
I believe they got to
still very
match point
competitive.
first. That's what I was told by someone, I think.
So still very competitive for the last round on the men's side.
And the women's side, not a whole lot of entertainment purely because none of these really mattered. No. I even think
every placing was
pretty much locked in.
I think.
Other than the switch up between, I think, Heidelberg and VFARM, but they're going to end up playing each other anyways, I think. Wait, is that right?
Yeah, they were 4th and 5th. And
so unfortunately, this round didn't really amount to much anywhere.
Other than your final little check before finals.
About where you're at.
So
VFARM and Dandenong. VFARM did take a set off Dandenong, which is promising for them because that's Dandenong. That's the sort of the team that they may have to go through, them or Yarra, to get into the gold. I did watch this game actually. Observations, and this has been the criticism of VFARM probably all year, is they just need one more player that can kill the ball. They can keep the ball alive, and they're probably the best defensive team in the comp, but they just need someone to go and kill the ball. I think Dandenong are very similar to VFARM in terms of they have very, very good defensive players on the other side. They have some more weapons though, and they've got people to go and kill the ball. So I feel like VFARM, they just need to find, and they're going to have to problem solve really quick because we're in finals. So they're going to have to find a way to score once they get those defensive touches because they definitely get a lot of defensive touches. VFARM, VIP and Yarra are up next. This went to 4. I think Yarra, after speaking to some of their players, just sort of were trying some different lineups that may or may not have worked. And VIP, we've given them credit. They've gotten better and better and better all season long. So they took the set with Yarra sort of playing a little bit of a interesting lineup, I was told. Maybe not interesting, maybe just testing out to see combinations. They've got some players that are back that missed some of the season from holidays and injuries and all these kind of things. So maybe just giving them a bit of a run. Yarra, top of the ladder. That's just kind of the thing that you expect.
Yeah, they've had a really good season. So they're prepped for finals. They're going in with good form.
Yeah.
And with then some good depth.
Yeah. They're probably the deepest team in the comp, I would say. Renegades and Cobras. Again, flip side of the other conversation we've had with some of the teams that aren't making finals is we played, and we spoke about this before the game, very developmental. Like, this is how we're going to play next year. We play some of the junior players, get them some experience under their belt. Cobras obviously wanted to go and find their final form, and they did a really good job of that. They were firing on all cylinders. They were playing really clean. They were running a lot through the middle. Yeah, no, this was a competitive 3-0 doesn't quite do this justice, but it was a really competitive match, and it was a good final game for the girls, for the Renegades girls this season. But we'll see more of Cobras next week. The most interesting game of the day, I think.
Yes.
Heidelberg and Monash. So I've kind of clowned on my own team for being the team that goes to 5 sets all the time, but I think Monash takes the cake.
Yeah.
I think they've been to 5 sets significantly more than any other team in the comp. And they've been to 5 sets yet again, except this time they've lost a 5 set. So I think this is one of the few times they've lost a 5 set. I think they've won majority of the 5 setters. But I was told this was a really good match, although I'm looking at the first set score right now, and that is an error. You're looking at that
on
as well?
the website?
Yeah, I was kind of like...
I actually hadn't clocked that. But yeah, that's a bit of a funny one.
32-20, because I was about to say like, wow, every set went really deep, but I was like, that can't be quite right.
Can't be quite right.
My assumption would be that that's actually 32-30.
I hadn't heard a set go to 30. I feel like I would have heard that from someone that I spoke to, but
Yeah, I didn't hear.
potentially not.
Because I'm thinking one of those would say...
one would say 25, but
Yeah.
like 32, maybe it is 32-30 and they accidentally hit 32-20.
Because every other set was 25-23, bar one, and then the 5th set was 15-11. So didn't get to see this one, but I heard that this was a match.
Yeah,
this was a really good match.
Hearing like Heidelberg's in that 4th place on the ladder as well, like similar to us. So I can talk about like your own mentality going into that. They've had a pretty good season, but they've sort of had that similar. You struggle against the top 3 teams. They've gone to 5 with Yarra. They've gone to 5 with Monash last time, I think. They've went to 4 with Dandenong. So they've been competitive, but it's trying to get over that hurdle. Probably helps a little bit just to get right over that hurdle
right before
finals
Yeah.
Against Monash, the team in 3rd. So they're not going to see Monash in this finals unless they both make it to the grand final.
Yeah.
But so you're just proving to yourself that you're a top 4 team. You deserve a spot in a semi.
No,
and
validation.
Then it's one game win away from making a grand final.
I think the validation of winning a tough game before finals is so much more than winning an easy game before finals. Like, especially against a team that's ranked higher than you, like knowing that you're going into finals is really good. But we'll talk about finals and the matchups
when we get the previews
in a second. But
last game of the day.
So VIP had a double header.
Yes.
Maz and I got their win over them in 4. Set score was fairly close. Didn't see this one, unfortunately. I think this was a bit late. I was in power all day, actually. That's where I was. Yeah. All right. So we start
again.
Oh, wait. Let's
throw to the sponsor.
This episode is brought to you by Andor Financial.
Now, as some of you know, a good friend of ours, good friend of the show, and our Melbourne Uni Renegades captain, Michael Cirillo, has recently started his own mortgage broking business.
Not only this, but Mike and Andor Financial have committed to supporting and sponsoring Net Talk for the indefinite future.
If you didn't know, Mike has spent the last 10 years in the finance industry in both financial planning and mortgage broking roles and is super passionate about empowering people to take control of their financial future.
So you or if anyone you know is in need of a home loan or would like to review their current lending situation, reach out to Mike and Andor Financial.
You can find out more information in the footnotes or description down below.
Thank you again to Andor Financial for sponsoring Net Talk. And we're back.
We'll start. I'm holding you off.
Why?
Because we probably should have given someone a shout out at the start of the thing. But I'm going to give him the preview before the preliminary finals.
Yeah, because it's in the finals.
Yeah, because we're in the finals.
Yeah, that's what I was going to do.
Nah, but I probably should have given this individual the shout out when we were just talking about everything. But this is a preliminary final. We've got a life member at the Renegades Volleyball Club that'll be inducted before our preliminary final. So we've just probably got to give credit to Gus Cirillo.
We definitely do.
He's done a lot around Volleyball Victoria. Life membership overdue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was thinking about this the other day, actually. I was thinking about like Renegades is a fairly big club. And I think that even if you're not a part of Renegades, you have probably interacted with several members or like what. So like, I think if you think about if Gus wasn't around, didn't input as much as he has into the club, like how different it would look. Like I think there's a lot of people that can contribute his contribution to like their place in volleyball in Victoria.
Yeah.
So he's
as
done
a player, as a coach, as an official that's been yelled at a couple times,
as a president, all of the above. He's done it all. So yeah, it's really good, and that ceremony is taking place at 4 p.m.
Yeah, right before the last men's preliminary final.
So yeah, try come down, give your thanks, be good.
Be good.
Yeah.
Now we can run into the men's preliminary finals.
Try that again.
No.
It's all right. I'm glad you did it because I don't want to try.
I did have a junior question me and say, what's the difference between this and a quarterfinal? And I was like, there's 4 quarterfinals. There's only 3 prelims.
Prelim you only use if it's not a quarter, which like...
That's why I was like, simply, there's 3 games instead of 4.
Yeah.
You need 4 to be a quarter. But does mean first and second as well get that second chance. So they open us up at 12:30. We've got Heidelberg versus Monash at Dandenong.
Yeah, we've expressed our grievances on the format of finals pretty publicly in terms of like this 1 versus 2 I just don't like it. And I've said, like, I understand why some people do like it because you could have the argument of
a bye might be worse because you're not playing.
Yes.
Some people.
The other argument, which you go 1v6, 2v5, like that sort of format. I think, I don't know, that's just my opinion.
Yeah. The argument against a 1 versus 6 is what if 6 beats 1 and then you have a final series without the top team in the league?
If 6 beats 1, I love an underdog.
Yeah.
Love it. Like, yeah, I don't know. I think it's a good position for the league to be in if all 6 teams are genuine, really good teams to be in a final. So 1v6 should never, in my opinion, be seen as like, there's a reason why you're first and there's a reason why you're 6th. And if you're first, then go and win.
Yeah.
If not, 6, go and win. I don't know. 1v2, knowing that this game means nothing because whoever loses is getting another chance. It's just like, what's the point? I don't know. The bye, as you said, the bye is a better solution for me. I guess you get to see more volleyball. I guess you get more opportunities to see the top 2 teams play. But then the counterpoint to that is like, all right, well, let's just do series-based finals.
Yeah.
And watch them play over
Which
and over
is
and over
basically
again.
series, you know? You had one game last week, you have one game this week.
Yeah.
And hopefully some teams knock them out before they get to the grand final, but we could be seeing them again in a few weeks.
But Heidelberg versus Monash, it's going to be a good game. There's no doubt. That's at 12:30.
It is like the power of the Heidelberg top 7 or the depth and still pretty strong 6.
I would say, I think if Monash have to reach into their bench, they're probably in trouble though. Just because of the performance it takes to take down Heidelberg is so hard and so it's tough.
Very true. Like as a team that's played them for years and have had relatively consistently good matchups against them, there's something we as a deep-ish club, like for people that are playing Heidelberg last year grand final, like you didn't want to reach in our bench that much. But we did a little bit.
Yeah.
And that kept us in it that little bit longer. So I think Monash wouldn't be fearful of reaching into their bench. No, they all have experience, but it'll be tough. One more chance to figure it out before you see them in the big match.
I still hate that game means nothing. But anyways, Yarra and Eastside. So this is 3rd versus 6th. My thing is like Eastside is always like a bit of a wild card. Like that, like you sort of know what you're going to get from Yarra.
Yeah.
Yarra will be good. They'll be stable. They'll be very, very good out of system. They'll be really good defensively. Eastside, it's kind of like really scrappy, probably one of the highest work rate teams. So it's like there's every chance Eastside's going to take this to 5. It's been the joke all season, but there's every chance. That,
I hope they do. But Yarra's got the strength to finish points. I think they've got some great defensive touch and blocking as well. Probably blocking is such a key for them. That I think they'll be okay.
They've got to play clean, I think, versus an Eastside. Whereas if they start matching Eastside's scrappiness, I don't think they win that. But I do think Yarra will get the better of each side in this one. And then it's us. I say us. I'm not playing anymore. It's you versus Phantoms.
Renegades versus Phantoms at 4:30. Oh,
Can't even complain. My P2 girls are at 6:30, Alex.
I can complain. My junior boys are at 8:30. So I'll be there all day. I'm not. I'm definitely going home in between these games.
Just nap in the car.
No, that's giving me bad form this season.
Oh.
I'm fixing it. I'll go home and nap in a bed.
Yeah.
I won't cut the nap.
I won't cut the nap. Yeah, it's not the
that
issue.
couldn't possibly
be
the
location
issue.
of the nap. That's the issue.
But Renegades Phantoms, we played each other a few weeks ago. Like as a team, insight into us, we know. Well, actually, I'm not going to give you the insight. Well, maybe I could, but we just know what we're doing.
They're already out there.
We just need to do what we do. There's nothing. We're not reading too much into.
Don't overthink it.
These, it's just a game where we need to force them to steer away from their number one player. Obvious. I think anyone that's played Phantoms, like
you should know how to go get that.
Yes, like they have a really high caliber group of players behind Scott Johnson, but Scott Johnson is their number one guy. So it is forcing them. Cade's a great setter out of system, but it'll be forcing him to have to either or force the ball through Scott, and we just can really shut him down, or we have to respond to the other four players.
I actually think, and we've said this before about us as a team, is we are a team you sort of can't rely on one person to beat. Like like I feel like Scott, if he has the best game of his life, maybe, but I feel like Phantoms, they'll need to have all cylinders going.
Yeah.
In like just...
Which they can. They can
get there, yeah. So, yeah.
Because it was a really competitive game a few weeks ago. We'll just be hoping to keep the result the same as a few weeks ago, but we'll all need to show up.
I always hate that, like beating a team and then having to play that same team again. And
as the leak, hopefully you're already on the way to the stadium. You can't change anything. The injury bug has bitten the Renegades a little bit.
Not the starting six though.
Nah, just one of our Libros, unfortunately. I feel starting six are just battling the same injuries that the starting six have been battling every year for years.
For 10 years. Yeah. Moving on over to the women's side, we've got Yarra and Dandenong. So this is the game that sort of means nothing. I think. I'm just trying to think about who's going to win this.
Yeah, I'm thinking their results through the season, because it's 1v2. They went to 5 early on in the season where Dandenong won.
And then Yarra
3-0'd them in round 15.
Context there is that Dandenong were missing one of their main player. However, I think Yarra have more depth than Dandenong, but if Dandenong have all of their starting 6 players firing, it'll be a really tough match.
Yeah.
If Dandenong have all their starting 6 and their player back, their main player back, I think it'll be really tough for Yarra. But Yarra does have the advantage where they can reach into their bench and maybe get better.
Yeah.
Whereas Dandenong probably can't do that. I don't think they have the same depth as Yarra. So this is probably going to be a battle of the starting 6 versus the starting 9 on the Yarra side, in my opinion. I think this is set up to be as the other 1v2. This is going to be a really good match. Yeah. This is also frustratingly at the same time as the other 1v2 match. At the same venue, which is good. So you can sit in the middle on court 12 and just have your head on a swivel.
Just switch between them.
Yeah. And then the next match, these other 2 matches are, in my opinion, a little bit more interesting because of the context. So Monash and Cobras, this will be the 3rd time they've played each other in about 6 weeks, I think. So, and every single match for these 2 teams have gone to 5. Monash's favour both times. But I'm wondering if this is the time where pressure is up. Does Cobras finally get over the hump of that 5th set against Monash?
Yeah. Round 13, a 5-setter. Round 16, a 5-setter.
Yeah.
And now matching up in the first round of finals.
What's that? 7 weeks. 3 matches.
But neither of these teams get a second chance.
No,
in
so it's do or
this
die.
3 versus 6 playoff. So it is do or die. It is actually really nice to see that the 6th place team is in a real competitive position here. Like,
this is what we like, and this is the compliment to the women's side compared to the men's side, which is a little bit top heavy. It is quality though, but it's a little bit top heavy. The women's side a little bit more up for grabs. 1 through 6 is genuinely really competitive, and yes, Yarra and Dandenong are the favourites and they are quite a bit stronger, but I think on anyone's good day, you can go and take them pretty easily. I don't know if we can say the same for the men's side. But yeah, Monash and Cobras, I'm actually backing Cobras in a little bit here. I actually think they're going to pull the upset off. You've been to 5 sets with this team twice. Like, surely you've figured them out enough to be like, we can do it. We just got to do it. Like,
you've just got to turn up on the day. That's almost, I mean, losing, I reckon losing in 5 boosts the confidence. Like,
I agree.
Or gives you the like yearning, that little bit of fire where you're like, we can do it. We've got a pretty strong team.
And I'd be wondering, like, what's the flip side of that? Like, Monash have beaten them just in 5 twice. And it's like, are they sitting there like, yeah, we can do it again? But it's like, do you really want to go to 5 again?
Maybe it's we can do them in 3 this time.
Yeah, maybe it is. And truthfully, I think that would be my prediction. Monash either wins this in 3 or Cobras win in 5.
Yeah.
Like those are my 2 takes. Last game of the day is another one. So Heidelberg and VFAM.
That 4v5.
So they've been to 4 sets both times.
Yeah.
Heidelberg taking both. I do think Heidelberg have the upper hand here. They play really scrappy, good defense, but they have some more weapons than VFAM. And I've said that before. However, I think VFAM, because I did notice when I watched them play the other day, they do have a couple of players back from injury that they've missed for a good chunk of the season. And they do get to play finals because that's the exemption rule. So I wonder, do they come in and make a difference? Because I don't think they've played either of the other matchups with Heidelberg. So not sure how this one will go, but interesting either way. Interesting. I think you've got 3 really good matches on the
women's side for this first round.
Yeah, all on the same court, all 12:30, 2:30 and 4:30.
Yeah, one court over. So that centre area of Dandenong will be pretty packed, hopefully, this weekend.
Yeah, it will be. Yeah, and a very exciting finals period. Finals period is always fun.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. It starts to be that real, like, well, we either start our off season a few weeks earlier or
we keep going.
We keep pushing that body for a couple more weeks.
Yeah. Yeah.
I think I'm on the ride of let's push our body a couple more weeks and then that off season.
Can't come at a good time. Yeah. Are you going to actually do anything about your body this year or like what?
I've got uni games.
Oh, so you're in season actually.
Actually, maybe I'm pushing my body for 8 more weeks no matter what.
Yeah, I think you are.
And then beers in Europe.
Oh, all right. That's true. You're going to Europe. You're definitely not taking care of your body.
If you're not in finals, what's your postseason plan?
Yeah, true.
Hopefully I'd still come down and watch the other finals.
I think it's good to stay involved.
Yeah.
And I was thinking about this the other day. How many clubs actually do post? Like we do postseason. We go until December.
Yeah.
Once a week though. We don't do twice a week.
Yeah.
That's a bit too much. And then there's people do AVL and stuff like that. So it's like a bit tough. But everyone else, like, yeah. Because I know some clubs don't. And I was almost like, oh. But I guess court venues pretty hard to get.
Yeah, it depends on all those things. How many teams you're squishing in. Like every club these days, there's so many of those State League 1 teams that need 32 people in that league. So those finals are pretty
packed. Absolutely packed.
Pretty crazy. So we'll just see. Let us know what you want us to hit. Actually, I was going to say we're going straight into AVL after this. We'll be watching.
No, we got a couple of weeks break.
Yeah,
a couple of weeks break. Yeah, we got to reevaluate some things.
World champs.
Oh, yeah. True. It's in like a week. The women's era in the week. Thanks for joining us. Good luck for finals, everyone.
Unless you're playing me.
Yeah, except for fandoms.
Bad luck.
Yeah, bad luck only. Okay, thanks for listening. Bye.